Hi, let's create a simple, beautiful website with Boomla in minutes. So go to boomla.com, sign up, log in, and then go to templates and choose from one of these pre-built templates. They're all built on the same theme, so you could turn one into the other or create custom page layouts and templates for yourself. So I'm going to start with this one. Let's go immediately to cloning it. You could use your own domain, or I'm just going to test it with Boomla subdomain. This site is immediately live. You could go to that address and it would work. This is a simple company website with a few pages. So let's see how to edit it. Text editing. Just open the text tab and edit any text you find on the page. Once you are happy with the results, you either hit save or close the text tab and it will auto-save and reload the page. Let's create elements. We have this new tab here. If you open this, you will find the elements and installed packages here. We are mostly interested in the UI kit package right now. If you go into this, you will find a full with blocks category here, and you will find various elements under it, like features that you can come and drop here as a full with blocks. For example, drop it here, bam, there you go, and it's immediately responsive. Let me resize it so you see how it would look on mobile. Then, you can create various kinds of elements. You can create some gallery with images. Let's drop it again, maybe in these two. There you go, full width gallery block. You can also sort these blocks. This is a block mode, or the layers panel, which shows you the structure of this entire page. So the images are within a gallery that is within a grid container, so it wraps nicely in the center of the page. And there are various other elements. So if we go back to these images, you can either grab the images here to sort them, or you can also just grab the image right here and say you want it after that image or before that image. So these blue highlightings show you whether it's placed after or before, or oftentimes you can place it in another element, in which case this will be blue, not now. Okay, if you don't like an image, just right click and delete it. You can also control click to select multiple elements, delete more, and say if you want to upload some new images, just drag them from your desktop over the site, release it, and they will be uploaded. So upon a page reload, the images will be automatically resized for you, and because this is a gallery, you can just click them and view the images like you would expect. Okay. There are often some settings. So if you want to change, for example, the image, the proportions or aspect ratio of the image, just right click it and choose settings. Now there is no settings because it's not controlled by the image application itself, but rather the gallery. So if you are looking for some settings that you can't find on the element itself, maybe sometimes you should walk up the tree and right click other elements. So in this case, the gallery has a settings option, and there you can say you want to change the aspect ratio. Here it's this line, so the width, the height should be 75% of the width, so maybe just make it square by setting it to 100%, and maybe have, I don't know, 5 images in a row. Save it. And there you go. There's your squared image gallery with 5 images in a row. Okay. Sometimes you want to work with a more preset layout. There are some layouts supplied. If you go to new, go to the top, there's my components. These are some pre-built layouts for this specific template. And as you can see in this example, you can also enlarge it to see it. This has a specific section in the middle. By the way, that's exactly the one we are looking at on the right. So you can see there is this column where you can add contents, but you can't add contents outside this column because that's how it was defined here. So let's go to the top, UI kit, and if we are placing elements in a column, so the layout was already taken care of, then you wouldn't go with full width blocks because, well, that's not full width, but rather go with elements. And to add an image gallery, you can just drop it here. To add a text element, just drop it here. And again, as usual, you can just change the text, etc. One common mistake I see is that people end up placing elements in a full width container. So let's come here and say add a contact form above this gallery. Now the page reloads and that obviously looks crap because it's not wrapped in a grid element. So you want to create a layout element, a grid element, which is, let me go to the top, under UI kit, layout, and these are various grids. And you want to place your content in a narrow grid, so let's drop this before the contact form, and then we want to move this contact form before this gray box, which is just a placeholder. We will remove it afterwards. So move it here, remove that box, and there you go, you have a much nicer looking contact form than before. To create new pages, you would go to, you can either create a totally empty page by using this page element. Most of the time you don't want to start from scratch. So the templates usually supply some component pages. So if you drop one here, you can place it in the menu before the one. It works the same way as the other ones. So the menu is just generating a list of all the pages. The menu doesn't store menu elements, it's just listing the pages. So you can move the pages here, or you can also create a sub page by dropping it in the center. Let me close this so the drop down appears. So yeah. If you want to drop an element somewhere and it can't be dropped under the mouse, you will see the page turn dark. This is, I call it night vision. So basically it will highlight wherever you can drop it. So just take a look around and see where it can be dropped. Anything you do, you can undo and redo. So let me do that. The sub page was moved out, then moved before. This works with file system snapshots, so you can move various pages at once, including images, everything. This will undo it and redo it for you. It's very reliable. Yeah, and I think this is the basics. Obviously, there's a lot more, but to get you started, that should be enough. So please go ahead and try it.